Junior Murillo writes, "Hey guys, big fan of the show here. I was wondering, given the huge love of James Cameron for the underwater world, how great would a Cameron's take on an Aquaman movie be? We already know that the first Aquaman film will be directed by Zack Snyder, but what about a sequel in 2022 or 2023 after the Avatar trilogy? Do you think he would take it? Thank you guys and keep up the great work."
Well, first off, we have to correct you. Zack Snyder is not directing the Aquaman movie. It's James Wan that's directing it. In terms of James Cameron, would he do a fantastic job? I think he would. I mean, all the underwater stuff he's working on in Avatar, I'm sure would apply to Aquaman. But he's not going to do it. James Cameron is one of the few directors in Hollywood that can do whatever he wants. Most directors don't have that choice. He can do whatever he wants, and both creatively and financially, it's better for him to work on his own stuff because creatively he gets to do what he wants. Financially, look, let's say he does an Aquaman, you probably get a small cut of the back end. Remember, because it's a DC property, Warner Brothers, Aquaman. When he creates something like Avatar, he's getting a larger chunk of that money at the back end because he created it. So what do you guys think?
Well, me and Clark were just whispering about, didn't he already direct Aquaman and Entourage? Yeah, Cameron already rocked that son. That was years ago. We already did that,
Vinny Chase.
Yeah.
I leaned over to Shrimp and I was like, didn't he do that in Entourage?
We were like, that's right. Totally rocked it already. That's in an alternate universe, like the Flash runs over to Earth 3 and you've already seen Cameron sitting on I've already directing Aquaman 3, Throne of Atlantis or whatever. So yeah, no, in the world we live in now, hell no, he's not going to direct Aquaman. He's going to do Battle Angel, Alita before he does any DC or Marvel character. I mean, he was attached to Spider-Man back in in the late 80s. He wrote a script for it, and that's as close as he's ever gotten to doing any of these Marvel films. Because after that, he went on and did Terminator and Aliens, and obviously the rest is history. True Lies. All the rest of his films have all been giant hits, and cumulatively now to then Titanic and Avatar. So now he's going to be invested in the Avatar world for the next 5 or 6 years. You can never say never. I'm not saying. I guess I should say maybe he'll direct one in the future, but I don't think it'll be Aquaman.
Yeah, and also I just feel like, I don't know, tonally, I'm not sure if James Cameron is the right choice for this current DC cinematic universe. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. At least he's not the name or a name that I would be thinking. I feel like this universe is going after young, edgy, rock and roll kind of storytelling, whereas Cameron, I think, has... I don't know. Would you guys say he's sort of calmed down is not the right word, but he's not making Terminator and Aliens anymore. He's making different kinds of movies. I would argue, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I would totally put him in there.
For the last decade, he's only making one movie. It's
That's
Avatar.
True.
He's just living in Na'vi land. And, I'm making the oceanscape of this and designing weird flipper creatures. He's living in that. And that's all-encompassing. I can't wait to see the new Avatars because you're right, Dennis. Earlier you mentioned that movie was the movie that everyone was like, did you see that film? Because the 3D was so freaking awesome. Because it was made to be experienced in the theater in 3D. And most of these other movies now are post-converted. There's some stupid shot of a thing flying at you. You're like, this is garbage, and why am I wearing these extra glasses? I already have glasses. I have to put glasses on top.
Glasses on
it
my
sucks.
glasses is the worst.
Anyway, I'm not a big fan of 3D, but I cannot wait for his version of 3D because it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and also I can't see him working in that kind of Marvel or DC studio system. This guy has free reign to do whatever he wants. Is someone going to tell him oh no, you can't do that, James Cameron, or you've got to change this or change that? It's no, he does whatever he wants. So
I will add though that I would like to see a James Cameron Jason Momoa collaboration. Now I think that could be pretty cool. I think Momoa and him together could really maybe do some cool action shit, but I don't know if Aquaman is where I would put him.
Terminator 67.
Right. The new low budget, super weird, I've got a GoPro on my head Terminator. So
I don't ever want to see that Terminator.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.